Montesquieu's theory of separation of powers. So here power is the important rule to rule any state nation. In ancient times the power was all vested in only one authority. It is called monarchy. The all duties functions were all given to only one person, that means the king. But sometimes the king misused his power, then its perverted form is tyranny. So the powers should be separated and distributed among the people. So if one authority failed, then it can be removed, and meanwhile another one can be ruled. Handle that situation. One of the philosophers was Montesquieu, who suggested that separation of powers is important. He said if powers are vested in only one hand, then anyone can misuse it. But if powers are distributed, then at the same time, if anybody misused it, then to its parallel, other authority can handle this situation. If there are two or three powers at same time exercising their function for the state, then no other particular authority becomes superior than other. Then no one can use their power to dominate on people, and there is a balance of power to control corruption, misbehavior, misconduct. It's important for the separation of powers. So here the importance of separation of powers is given by the Montesquieu, that why it is important to separate the powers, so nobody can dominate and dictatorship can be avoided. In the case of functional distribution, powers are divided among three branches or organs of the government: the legislature, which enacts laws, the executive, which enforces them, and the judiciary, which interprets them and settles disputes. In the separation of powers, the people can enjoy democratic ideals. So, this idea is called Montesquieu's theory of separation of powers. Methods of securing independence of each branch of a government. Then the basic principles of theory: no concentration of power. Second is diffusion of powers needed. Each branch of government to be assigned its own functions and powers. Merits of theory. Example, America. The separation of powers is followed. In the United States of America, in US, all the executive power is vested in the president. He is not responsible to the legislative branch. Likewise, all the legislative powers have been vested in the Congress, and the judicial powers are vested in the Supreme Court. In the USA, the executive branch is headed by the president and includes the bureaucracy. The legislative branch includes both houses, the Congress, houses of Congress, the Senate, and the House of Representatives. The judicial branch consists of Supreme Court and the lower federal courts. Here parliament means Congress. So here we can see the separation of powers between the legislative, executive, and judiciary. Demerits of the theory. And the another example is India. In India, there is no actual separation of these three organs. Here, judiciary is independent, but not absolute independent. The freedom which judiciary of America enjoys is not much enjoyed by the judiciary of the India. In India, judiciary examines, watch, whether the law is a proper or not, whether it is against the law or a constitution frame. It just observes whether it is a right or a wrong. In India, Parliament is the supreme power. So here we have completed the lesson Montesquieu's theory of separation of powers. Question may be asked in the exam. Write the merits and demerits of the theory, Montesquieu's theory of separation of powers.